The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy. Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy. It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world.
I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome into another edition of The Wyldeside with Eric Clark. I am your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day being awesome to give my little video a watch and a listen. If you like it, like it. If you think other people are going to dig it, give it a share. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and you're following me on any and all the social media I have linked down below. That way, if there's a band, song, video, something you'd like me to check out, you can hit me up with a DM or leave it in the comments below. If you are going to hit me with a DM, please no spamming. And if you are going to leave it in the comments below, join the I Concur Army. It is worldwide and growing, and all you have to do is give the comments a cursory glance. If you see that your suggestion has already been made, or you see a suggestion that makes you go, yeah, man, all you have to do is like that original comment and reply with I Concur. That'll help my old burnout resin-coated DJ brain get everything into a nice little organized list, and I can get it into the handy-dandy notebook. And don't forget, we are live streaming twice a week, Wednesdays 11 a.m., Saturdays 2 p.m., 2 hours of fun and frivolity, another chance for you to get hooked up and get directed to where you can get your suggestions. Become a Patreon member, help the channel grow. All of that is linked down below. Before we get started today, thank you to Connect 200 Music to See and Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. Today's music video is coming from Instagram and Facebook. I got 2 direct messages about this one. The new Tom MacDonald dropped. Don't know how long ago it was. It's been a while since I've done a Tom MacDonald song, and today we're back with Tom MacDonald, and we are checking out his track called Superman here on The Wyldeside. Here we go.
Unlock my phone and watch the world die. They crying to God while they run for their lives. Blood in the streets, bombs in the sky. Goodbye. I hope you had dreams come true. I hope they see in their crosshairs what I see in you. And I hope and I pray, 'cause it's all I can do. I don't understand who is good or bad. They don't care as long as you got oil sands. We need something fast, we need something bad. More than guns and tanks. Where is Superman? Oh, where is Superman? Oh, where is Superman? I turn on the news and watch the world fight. Thousands of men making widows of wives. I'll be home soon, walked off in the night. Goodbye, I will remember you. I know it's true to be shot and they're men just like you. But I hope and I pray, 'cause that's all I can do. I don't understand who is good or bad. They don't care as long as you got oil sands. We need something fast, we need something bad. More than guns and tanks. Where is Superman? Oh, where is Superman? Oh, where is Superman? Soon you won't need a TV or an iPhone to see, because you will look out the window and boom. I don't understand who is good or bad. They don't care as long as you got oil sands. We need something fast, we need something bad. More than guns and tanks. Where is Superman? Oh, where is Superman? Oh, where is Superman? Superman.
Well done. Well done. Wow. I mean, wow. Give me a second. Just give me a second, if you would. Three minutes of 50 tons, right, of weight is what that feels like. And let's talk about it musically first, so I don't get mired in my tangential thoughts about Tom's wonderful message here. So I do want to point a couple of things out about him musically. Is the departure, right? So you have these predispositions, if you will. This is a great example of Tom's talent on display in a way that you may not be accustomed with. And what I like about tracks like this from singers like Tom, it reminds me a lot of the song Planet Caravan when it was done by Pantera. And I've got another one, too. There's Your Disease by Saliva, and it's done with a string quartet. And it just proves that these guys are very talented singers. And Tom is proving here in this song that he is a very talented singer. He's very talented because he understands control. When you're making music, especially when it's stripped down, another thing about this track that makes it stand out is the simplicity. You know, you hear phrases like sometimes less is more, keep it simple, things like that. And Tom does a wonderful job here of perfectly measured and controlled fluctuation of immediacy and gentleness, all kind of wrapped up into the same vibe. And that's what that kick drum's doing. The kick drum is really kind of adding this impending heartbeat. And that's what makes this song, I don't know if people are catching it. I don't know if they're understanding why they're having that feeling, right? Of, you know, Charlie Brown. People used to ask Charlie Brown how he's doing. And again, I'm trying to keep my thoughts separate here. People would ask Charlie Brown how he's doing, and he would sometimes reply with, I just have this feeling of impending doom. And that's a great example of how to create that simply. It's just one simple kick drum. But when it's juxtaposed against a harmony like what Tom's creating with his guitar and his vocal, it not only creates the cadence, the pace, the tempo, but it also brings this other added color to it. So there's three instruments here: a kick drum, Tom's voice, and Tom's guitar. But really there's like 5 or 6 instruments here in play. I've talked about this in other videos about how, you know, how people say this is made with love. So you taste it. Mashed potatoes made by grandma taste different than mashed potatoes made by me. They just do, right? So there's this flavor that is enhanced by unseen, unknown, but felt elements around. So he's creating this really cool dichotomy within a very small space. And it shows me how gifted he is with his understanding. I'm sorry if my eyes just crossed. With his understanding of balance and layers. Because that's what music is, right? Music is a balance of layers. Songs that don't appeal to you, they're layered wrong, they're off balance or something like that. But this is a perfect example of balanced layers. So while the drum is creating this impending cadence, it's also not overwhelming. That is left to the other side, which is Tom's vocals. Tom's vocals are expressing this guilelessness that almost bleeds into a, I don't want to say hopelessness. That's not what I'm saying. It's far deeper than melancholy. It's more of a frustrated adrift, if that makes any sense. And the way that he controls that tone is really good. So he's paired real well with the harmonies with his guitar. So nothing is out of balance. Everything is nice and smooth, even though there are sharp edges. And when I say sharp, I mean, you're listening to it. Excuse me. There are sharp edges, but everything is smooth. The textures are rich. The colors, while maybe a tinge melancholy in the outer frames of those colors, they're still very vibrant in his messaging. So when you create tone and sound and colors that are vibrant, the message is probably going to be received better than if something within that messaging was out of balance. So no matter what I'm saying is, I'm sorry, because I wrote down things that have nothing to do with the music, and I'm trying to stay on it. So you can hear a song that's got a really good message, but if it's not a good song, right, you don't get the message. This is a perfect balance of the two. It's the perfect balance, the perfect marriage of tone, theme, and balance, right? It's just all right there. It's perfect. So anyway, musically, it's a great track. It's right there. And when I mean generational, and I use generational in the sense of this track will become something, right? I don't have to get a minute into it, and I'm telling you that this track is "Time of Your Life, Good Riddance" by Green Day. It's "Take a Picture" by Filter. It's "Winds of Change" by Scorpions. There's an attachment that you're personally making to the track beyond the music. The music just drew you in. The music just drew you in and kind of kept you interested. But this message, bro, this message is crazy. It's crazy deep, and it's crazy important that people get it. It is 3 minutes, man, and I'm finding this in other artists as well. I asked about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, where are our not campy, satirical protest songs? Where are they? Nobody's really writing them. And I don't mean this guy's bad, that guy's bad. I'm saying overall, right? In 1971, I think, 71 maybe, the Temptations released a track called "Ball of Confusion," where it was just the screed of social issues being pointed out that's creating this ball of confusion. All right, just go listen to it if you've never heard it before. It's a brilliant track, and it's a brilliant track just not musically, but similar to Tom, it's brilliant in its lyrical structure as well and its messaging. And that's what I see this becoming. When Tom's talking here, and I don't understand any of the negativity because the messaging here is very universal, right? There's no parenthetical letter after this. There's no elephant or donkey here. These are universal things, man. And one of the lines that hit me was, we're making widows. People that have been downrange are going to hear this song a little differently. 'Cause I got to tell you something. Years ago, over a decade ago, we were at a cookout, and somebody said something about social issues and the conversation of what really are we defending here? What really did we go over and do what we did for? What burden am I carrying for this? Is this what I'm having nightmares for? Is this what I'm, suffering for? Is this what I've devoted my life to? Is this what I've lost my friends and brothers to? When you come home and you see the way people are treating each other, when you see the way Americans are behaving towards each other, you're so tribal and broken and divided. And that was over a decade ago. We were having this conversation, and it's since been exacerbated and exponentially worse. So I think this taps into a heartbreak that patriots feel. I'm not going to apologize, man. Because I've never cared about who you vote for, who you bang, or who you worship. And most of us that have been downrange will tell you the same thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, dude. We're not defending you, the person. We're defending the ideas, the behavior, the freedoms, the intangibles, the untouchables that you take for granted every day. You know, we saw protesters on TV when we were in an airport ready to leave, head to Germany, and somebody was like, "Hey, Sarge, you know, you think, how would you like to wade into these protesters?" And I'm like, "Nah, man, we need them." And this is what I was told 1990. If we come home and they're not allowed to do this, we have failed. So we hold this expectation of that behavior, all right? So it's like, bro, if we're going to go over here and do this, the least you can do is be decent to each other, right? Like, man, if you're not going to serve, that's fine, man. If you want to be a good American, fine. Just be decent to each other. Just be a good American. That's all you got to do. And this taps into that generality of you can't tell me how to America, right? And that's where we are. And it's leading to this frustration. I'm trying to keep everything in order here. I really am. But that was one of the things that stuck out, was the going back to that barbecue. It's like, man, what like is that what we're, you know, are we defending you people, treating, you're Americans, man. You are in the best, we've been to these places, dude, we know. So it's like, it's frustrating to see that behavior. It's like, you can disagree and you can have differences, but just the way we're treating each other with this loss of humanity, it's like this loss of faith, this loss of brotherhood. It's become so tribal, and it gets frustrating, and it's getting to a point where you are confused and you don't know the answer, right? So you're like, okay, dude, it's going to take something super heroic. It's going to take something out of the ordinary to change the trajectory, the pathway that we feel, a lot of people feel humanity is on. And it's funny I use that word because one of the issues we're starting to notice is a lack of humanity. Maybe it takes going downrange. Maybe it takes folding flags. I don't know. But it seems like there's a lack of humanity here. And it's hard to find the answer. And that's the frustration. I think that's the longing, the yearning that a lot of us feel inside, is this, I don't have the answer. I mean, I have crazy answers, and I have, you know, answers that I probably haven't, you know, thought through fully. But I think he's tapping into this, all of us feeling the same way of, we want it to get better, and we hope it's getting better, and we know that it can be better. But we're scared that it's not getting better. Does that make any sense? Okay, before I hang up, let me say this. Somebody once asked me why I voted for Trump the second time. Why'd you vote for Trump the second time? This is going to be one of the only times I ever get political, and it's because of this fucking song. Somebody once asked me, why did I vote for Trump the second time? And here's what I said. I said, for the first time in my adult life, I have brother, sister-in-law, sister, brother-in-law, father, me, a lot of people with DD-214s, okay? For the first time in my adult life, I didn't go to a funeral of a friend. For the first time. For the first time in my adult life, I didn't have to watch someone hand someone a flag, which is the most heartbreaking thing you'll ever see in your life. I didn't have to do that. That was my answer. Take what you will. I don't care about any other stuff. But for me personally, that's why. So take from this what you want to take from it. I think Tom's tapping into an emotion that a lot of us are feeling, this hopelessness, this out of control, growing, festering, toxic existence that none of us want to be involved with. and we don't know what to do. We are looking, I don't want to say we need a hero, but we are kind of feeling that, aren't we? Feeling like, hey, man, we need something out of the ordinary. We need something not supernatural, but maybe it will. I don't know. Hopefully not cataclysmic. But I think a lot of Americans are disenfranchised and are crying out for some direction, some answer, some unity, something that adheres us together again. We used to be that way, and it's just heartbreaking to see it so fractured, like a dropped mirror. It's just heartbreaking, it is. And I feel that in this song. So I'm sorry, I try to practice brevity when I do these, but this track really, and I got a lot more in there too. There's a lot more I got, but I think I should stop it now. So, but anyway, that is a really, like I said, dude, this is a song that is iconic right off the bat. It's going to be around long after I'm here, and it will mean it. It's so human. It will continue its messaging. So, thank you very much for that suggestion. Again, my brain is a little awash right now with thoughts, so I'm going to try to wrap everything up. Wrap it up, B. So thank you, Tom. That was brilliant. It was really very well done. Probably my favorite from him so far. So thank you, Tom, for that. Thank you for the suggestions on Instagram and Twitter again, or Facebook. Again, if you have suggestions for me, hit me up on social media. Hit me up in the comment section. Everything is linked down below, including the Patreon. Don't forget, we are live streaming Wednesdays, 11 a.m., Saturdays, 2 p.m. Thank you to Connect 200 Music to See and Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. Thank you to all of you for taking time out of your busy day being awesome to give my little video a watch and a listen. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this is The Wyldeside.